Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rose, and today I'm excited to delve into fascinating exploration of the ethical intricacies embedded in real-life negotiations. I will present the scenario: a simple shoe purchase, a disagreement over written policies, and a heated confrontation in a store. This introduction marks the entry point into our analysis of our essential ethical perspective and result, duty, social contract, and personalistic ethics. As we unravel this scenario, our objective is to grasp how each ethical lens shapes the negotiation landscape. Join me in this insightful journey as we navigate the complex interplay between ethics and negotiation strategies. Imagine the scenario, and we're going to analyze the ethics perspective. You buy a new pair of shoes on sale. The printed receipt stated very clearly that the shoes are not returnable. After you get them home, you wear the shoes around the house for a day and decide that they just don't fit you correctly. So, you take the shoes back to the store. The clerk points to the message on the receipt, but you don't let that discourage you. You start to yell angrily about the store's poor quality service so that people in the store start to starve. The clerk calls the store manager. After some discussion, the manager agrees to give you your money back. From that scenario, we're going to explore the first ethic is end result ethics. The buyer achieved the desired outcome, a refund for the shoes, emphasizing the importance of considering consequence in ethical evaluations. However, ethical concerns surface when we examine the means involving aggressive behavior and policy disregard, compromising the process integrity. Striking a delicate equilibrium between achieving goals and maintaining ethical integrity becomes important, highlighting the need for a comprehensive understanding of ethical considerations in our negotiation scenario. Now, the second ethic is delving into duty ethics, where principles and rules take precedence. The bias disregard for the policy on the receipt reveals a lapse in responsibility. Duty ethics prompts a reflection on whether personal desires should supersede the duty to follow established rules, emphasizing the importance of integrity in fostering fairness. Upholding principles creates a framework for trust and equity essential in negotiation scenarios. And the third ethic perspective is social contract ethics. The buyer violation of the store's policy underscores the importance of this ethical perspective. Respecting agreements for a fair society is paramount, and adhering to established policies benefits all parties involved. Considering the ethical dilemma of personal satisfaction disregarding agreed upon policies, we emphasize the significance of respectful agreements in promoting a fair and just society. And the last ethic is moving on to personalistic ethics. The buyer prioritization of personal satisfaction over policy adherence prompts a consideration of individual values. While recognizing and respecting personal values are important, it's vital to balance them with a broader perspective. Acknowledging the potential consequence of prioritizing personal satisfaction This perspective confronts the ethical dilemma when individual value clash with established norms or agreements. As we proceed, let's remember the delicate balance between individual values and ethical decision making. In this scenario, the most fitting ethical approach is rooted in duty ethics, emphasizing adherence to principles and rules regardless of consequence. This translates to respecting the store's policy and agreement with a calm and respectful discussion, aligning seamlessly with duty ethics. This approach prioritize integrity, fairness, and the broader responsibility to uphold duties and agreements. By emphasizing ethical principles, we contribute to a positive and fair resolution. This situation highlights the importance of duty ethics in ethical decision making, making duties and respecting agreements fundamental pillars for positive outcomes. In real situations, it's advisable to respect the store's policy and approach the issue with understanding. If the shoes don't fit, a more reasonable and ethical approach involves discussing the problem with the store staff and seeking a solution that respects both parties' interests. This promotes a positive and ethical negotiation experience, emphasizing the importance of open communication and mutual understanding. Engaging in aggressive behavior and disregarding policies is generally not recommended or ethical in negotiation or conflict resolution. As we navigate various situations, let's keep in mind the value of ethical conduct in fostering positive relationships. It's through respectful communication and understanding that we can achieve a fair and mutually beneficial outcomes. In conclusions, our analysis of the scenario highlights the delicate balance important in negotiations. Each ethical perspective and result ethics, duty ethics, social contract ethics, and personalistic ethics offer unique insights. And result ethics focus on outcomes but warns against compromising ethical means. Duty ethics highlight upholding principle in challenging situations. Social contract ethics stresses mutual understanding for a fair society, and personalistic ethics emphasize balancing individual values with broader ethical considerations. In real life, respecting policies and engaging in open communication emerge as a reasonable and ethical approach, avoiding risk to long-term relationships. As we navigate negotiations, let's remember that ethical conduct is vital for positive relationships and sustainable agreements. Thank you for exploring ethical standards in negotiation with me.